Hey guys, the Buzzman's got another vlog for you. I just got done running a few miles, thought I'd play some guitar, so let's do it, man. Let's watch it. It's fun, man. I think you guys are gonna enjoy it. Let's do it. Hey guys, welcome back to Plot's Voice. So tonight what I have for you is another story from the Buzzman. Just got done running a few miles, so I'm a little tired, a little sweaty, but it was fun getting that done, and I was playing with a drift tonight on one of my guitars, and was having some fun. So without further ado, I want to let you guys take a look and take a listen to the Buzzman's latest vlog. So guys, come back and see us again here next week. I'll just play myself out.
Hey guys, Buzzman here with another story for you. This one's going to be an army tale, and this actually takes place in Augsburg, Germany. So this will be the last 2 years of my army life. I was stationed for 2 years at Fort Polk, Louisiana, and my last 2 years were in Augsburg, Germany. Neat story about this: when I was getting ready to go get stationed in Germany, a buddy of mine told me, when I was getting ready to go, he says, if you want to get stationed, first off, you want to get stationed in more the southern part of Germany, because the northern part of Germany, there's a bunch of terrorist bombings, so you don't want to be any part of that. You don't want to be in like whatever. You don't want to be up there, any of that sort of place. Stuttgart, there it goes. Any place up in that area, up in that region. You want to be down in the lower part. And he said, like, you know, if you can get into Augsburg, that's a great place. I was like, okay, well, how do I do that? What do I ask? He goes, yeah, you can ask. They probably won't put you there. But if you really want to go there, if you can slip the clerk, like, money. I go, well, what's a good amount? He goes, the more the merrier. If you were to slip them like $100, I guarantee that they will put you where you want to go. I go, $100? I go, yeah. I go, how do I do that? He goes, well, what I did is, write on the little piece of paper, not a big piece, a little place that you can kind of slip it to them, write the place you want, and slip the piece of paper, slip the money in there, $100 bill. I was like, really? He goes, yeah, it works. I was like, okay. He goes, well, what do you got to lose? I go, all right. So, I'm over there, and he fly you over there, and then you have to go through, they check you in, and then they tell you where you're going to be assigned at this place as they check you, process you. And so they're processing me, and I'm next, and I go, I'd like to go to Augsburg. And he's looking through his list of all the places there, and he says, I'm sorry, we really don't have any openings in Augsburg. And I was like, really? He goes, yeah, I'm sorry about that. He goes, I heard that's a good place. I go, could you do me a favor, and could you maybe check again? And I had that paper, and I was like, I had other paper. I go, could you kind of check again? And I kind of slid this paper across the table as I looked around. And he kind of looks at me funny. And then I slide my paper in. It says Augsburg on it. And he kind of looks at it. He grabs it and slides it real quick. He goes, and he grabs it and slides it over. And it says Augsburg on it. He kind of peeks in there. He sees a $100 bill, and his eyes go whoop. He's like, slides it underneath. He goes, let me look at that again. He's like looking through there. Augsburg. Oh wait, yeah. Oh yeah. Here we go. There's Augsburg. Yeah. We do have a spot. And he stamps my thing. Bam! Booyah! So I got to go to Augsburg. Now, see, I wouldn't have made it if that buddy had told me $100. $100 was worth it. I don't know if it still works in this day and age, but it worked for me. So I got to go to Augsburg, which opened up my world, because I was stationed. First off, I was in peacetime army, not like now when you go in the army and they send you to places. Oh my God, where there's we're actually battle and stuff. I mean, I was in a peacetime army, and so. I was stationed in Augsburg, Germany. One thing about Augsburg, Germany is while I was there, they celebrated their 2000th anniversary. Think about that for a minute. We're in America. We haven't even had a 300-year anniversary. They celebrated their 2000th anniversary. I was there during that time when we had an excellent celebration, party in the streets you can't imagine. I can't imagine a city being around that long, much less a country being around that long. It was a wonderful place. But being there in peacetime army, I got my little Euro rail pass, and I was able to go all over the place. So I went all over Germany. I went to Austria. I went to Switzerland. I went to the Netherlands. I went to Paris twice. Back then I used to ski, so I skied the Bavarian Alps, the Swiss Alps, Austria, the Alps, Austria, yeah, whatever. I skied all the Alps, man, and it was awesome. So I had an awesome time over there. And you're like, okay, so what's the part of your story? So anyway, back to my tale. So when you first get ready to go in the army, they have you. There's this test that you have, this entry test that you have to take. And most of the people, the night before you go, when they're processing you, people are all drunk and stuff because they're getting ready to give up their life for a while. And they kind of drunk, and then the next morning you have to take this test. Well, I was a kind of a smart guy. And I'm not bragging or anything, I just kind of was. Not because I was a genius or anything, but just I really applied myself. So I didn't drink before. I took the test. I scored really well on this test. You're like, how well did you score? So well that when I was in Fort Polk, Louisiana, after AIT, I went there, and I was supposed to be a cannon crewman. But I scored so well, they're like, we're not going to waste your talents as a cannon crewman. Even though they gave me a bonus to be that, they made me the company clerk there for 2 years. Now I go to Augsburg, Germany. I'm supposed to be a cannon crewman. They see my score. Instead of being a cannon crewman where I'm down there shooting the rounds, they put me in ops, where I actually got to be a TAC fire specialist for 2 years. You're like, well, what's that? I got to sit in this big truck where I was a computer specialist, where like the forward observers would send in targets, it'd go into our computer, and then and basically for artillery, you have like our artillery rounds, and then you got our soldiers up there, infantry, and then the observers would say, hey, here are targets. And so they would send the targets to us. I'd send the stuff to our artillery. They'd shoot the rounds up over our infantry onto the targets. And I was that guy that was saying, here, this is where you shoot it. Oh my God, it was like the best job. And I'm still getting to where this goes. So instead of like artillery ground where they had to sleep out in these two little man pup tents and move all the time, we're back there and we had these big tents where we stayed. Like big tents, instead of sleeping on the ground in our sleeping bag, we had cots where their sleeping bags sat on there. We had heaters, we had lanterns. It was awesome. We had like a mess hall. The guy made food, and it was great. We didn't have to. Very rarely do we have to eat those crappy old MRIs. We had mess food. It was awesome. It was like the cream of the crop when you're out in the field. So one of our guys, Jones. One thing about Germany is they had wild hogs out there. We called them boar hogs. The Germans had a name for them. I don't remember what that name is anymore, but we called them boar hogs because a lot of them had those big old tusks, and they were wild, but they were afraid of people, so you could scare them off and stuff. And because we had like the whole little mess stuff, when we would move, or they would throw the waste out there. And I'm not talking about the garbage waste. We'd take that back to base and dispose of it, but the food waste, we'd throw it out there, and the boar hogs would come up at night and eat it. Why let it go to waste? So you could hear them out at night out there eating all the food. Anyway, Jones was deathly afraid of the boar hogs. He'd have nightmares of the boar hogs coming to eat him and stuff. So he would, we used to tease him at night, like he'd fall asleep, and he slept hard, but we'd like bang up against his cot, and he'd wake up, thinking the boar hogs were going to get him. But he slept hard. So one night, of course it's me, because I was an instigator, I told the guys, we're going to pull a fast one on him. So one night he's sleeping in a sleeping bag. So when you sleep in your sleeping bag, you basically slept in your underwear and your t-shirt, and you zipped yourself in, because it was that kind where the less clothes, the better. But you're not going to sleep naked in there. That's gross. But then you sleep in there, and it kept you nice and warm. And then once he went to sleep, he slept hard. So when he was asleep, we had the lights down, and we got duct tape, and we duct taped his ass into that cot so he couldn't move. But he'd sleep, and then we had our flashlights on. So and you had the flashlight that hooked on your little uniform. So then he lifted the cots. There were like 4 of us, one on each end, and somebody was leading. And we took his cot out there to where the food was that they dumped for the boar hogs. And when we went out there, the boar hogs scattered. And we put him out there where the food was. And we took some of the food and kind of, we set plastic on top of him so it wouldn't get on a sleeping bag. But then we put food on top of his cot. And then, guess what? Yes, we left his ass out there. And we went back to the tent. And then we just waited. And it wasn't more than maybe 5 minutes or so. And all of a sudden, you start hearing him yelling. He's like, the boar boar hogs are trying to get me, because we didn't tape his mouth, but he was in his bag, and he's in his cot, right? So we hear, the boar hogs are trying to get me. So with our flashlights, we had different little covers for our lenses. So if you put the red lens on, you could kind of see, but it didn't scare the boar hogs away. The white light would scare them away, but the red lens, you could kind of see. So we saw them, we went out there with our little red lights and we flashed it on there so we could see. And there were like 10 different boar hogs trying to eat, and they're banging his cot back and forth. So he's on his cot, it's bam, 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 and he's trying to knock the food off of it, and he's shaking and stuff. He's like, the boar hogs are trying to eat me. The boar hogs are trying to eat me. Oh Jesus! Oh my God! The boar hogs are gonna eat me! Oh my God! Then he starts crying. Oh Jesus Christ! Oh my God! Please somebody help me! And we were like dying. So we left him out there. Well, probably 5 minutes. He finally was just. He couldn't even tell you. He was just crying. Oh God! We were just dying. So finally, we were like, okay, enough. So we took the covered red lens and we shined the light on the boar hogs, and it startled them, and they ran off. And then we went and got him, and we picked up his cot, grabbed the plastic off, dumped the food off, and carried him back, and all the way back to the tent. Of course, he's cussing us out with every cuss word that you could think of. We're stranded him out there with the boar hogs. We had to set his cot down a couple of times because it's just hilarious if you could see his cot get knocked around with the boar hogs trying to get him. So eventually we got him to the tent, and we cut the duct tape off, and he jumps up. He's too small to beat up any of us, but he's cussing and yelling at us and that sort of stuff. And he's like, and we're like, oh, and we let him yell at us for about 5 minutes. Finally, I had enough of it. And I'm like, Jones, shut the hell up. He's like, no, I can't believe you brought me out there, blah, 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 blah. I'm like, Jones, that's enough. We had enough. It was funny. We're done. Let it go. He's like, no, no. I'm like, Jones, shut the hell up. If you don't shut the, he's like, no, no. If you don't shut the hell up, we're going to throw you in that sleeping bag, zip you up, tape you up, and throw your ass back out there with the boar hogs and leave you out there till the sun comes up. He's like, ah. And he just shut up. He's like, thank you. And he climbed into the sleeping bag and zipped it up and didn't say anything the rest of the night. So we were laughing probably another 30 minutes, and then we finally went back to sleep. So as punishment, he didn't talk to us the rest of the maneuvers. Had nothing to say to us. And like, that's punishment. We didn't care. We just still snicker and that sort of stuff. Well, of course, word spread out about what happened to him and stuff. And so people would, when they'd walk by, they'd just walk by and go, and he's like, hilarious. They sneak up, of course he jump and leap and stuff because he's all traumatized and stuff. So again, like what happens in the Army, he got that little nickname of little boar. He got what it was, a little pig kid. I think they started calling, hey, little pig kid. Hey, pig kid. Hey, see any pigs lately? Hey, little piggy. So poor guy, poor Jones. That was his name. He got to be Pig Jones. So, but it was funny, But he hated us for a while, and eventually, I was like, he was weeks. He's pissed. He's like, I can't believe you guys did that to me. Blah 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 blah. And I was like, finally, Jones, if we'd done that to anybody else and you saw it, it would have been funny, right? He's like, okay, yeah, it would have been funny, but it happened to me, so it's not funny. I go, it's a little funny, right? He's like, yeah, okay, it's a little funny, but it still sucked that you did it to me. I go, yeah, you're right. It was. I'm sorry about that, but wait, I take it back. I didn't say I was sorry. I said, yeah, it does blow that happened to you, but it's funny, so let it go. And so he let it go, although people still teased him the rest of the time about being a little pig boy and squealing at him and stuff. But, yeah, okay, it's so funny. So that's how Jones became Pig Boy. And yeah, if you think about it, it was kind of cruel. But again, dude, that stuff's funny, man. So that's something we did. And yeah. So that's my Army story. I hope you enjoyed it. Until next time, until next time, peace out.